our Michael Morari.
Could you tell this is my favorite church? So, I'm obsessed about octopuses. I'm obsessed about octopi. I'm obsessed about octopodes. Whichever way you call it, I can't get enough of them. And like many people, my obsession started after watching a certain film. Actually, a lot of years before this film. For me, it was the 2003 film Spider-Man 2, starring Alfred Molina as Dr. Otto Octavius, aka Dr. Octopus, aka Doc Ock. That's him on the right. And for those that don't know, he's a genius nuclear physicist who grafted 4 mechanical, robotic, sentient octopus arms onto his body. True story, I actually quoted Dr. Octopus at my grandfather's funeral. Wow, I am really obsessed. Anyway, in the movie, he's flipping cars, he's beating up Spider-Man, he's climbing up skyscrapers, he's manipulating little objects with his arms. They're strong, they're flexible, it's really amazing sci-fi. And there are fascinating parallels between the sci-fi and the sci-reality. So let's open our arms and embrace knowledge. Let's get ready to dive into the arms of the octopus. This is a science slam, so we will use a scientific 3-step approach for this investigation. Now, I did work in consulting for 6 years, and trust me, there's a 3-step approach for everything. So, step number 1, quantification. There's 8 of them. I mean, duh. Step number 2, what do the arms do? Well, octopus arms are muscular hydrostats. Now, you all know what a muscular hydrostat is. You all have a muscular hydrostat in your body. This is a muscular hydrostat. Yes, huh? Now, those are structures that consist, as you see here from the cross-section schematic of an octopus tentacle, of a 3D array of muscle fibers. So you have the longitudinal fibers that go into the screen, you have the transverse fibers, which is that dark shaded area, and you have the orbital fibers that go around it. And those together let the arms and tongues move all around and change its shape. Now, those muscle fibers also go to the suckers. So down here on the bottom, those suction cup structures. Now, those aren't static like in your kitchen, a suction cup that you may put in a wall or in your bathroom. No, those can actually move and be manipulated. And the octopus does that kind of like a sock puppet. So each of those suckers has the muscle fibers in it that it can individually be manipulated like a sock puppet. And it can grab objects and move them around in addition to squeezing and sucking to them. And these suction cups, together with those muscle fibers in the arms, so I mean the arms basically is essentially completely made out of muscle. Those are so strong together that studies on the Octopus vulgaris, the common octopus, which you actually have in your Basel zoo, very exciting, it can lift, so for every 100 grams of body weight of the octopus, it can lift 2 kilograms of weight. So 20 times as much. That's like if an octopus about as heavy as your phone that you carry in your pocket could lift this bench, including the avian bottle. Right? This little octopus is extremely strong. Their arms are incredibly strong. And so are our tongues. Right? And the comparison with the tongue actually makes a lot of sense because just like our tongues, the octopus tentacles can taste as well. So each of those suckers is also a sensory organ. And a sucker smaller than your little fingernail contains thousands and thousands of chemical receptors. So, have you ever touched an octopus? then it's tasted you. And so the octopus's arms are strong, and they can taste. Well, that needs a lot of signals that you need to send back and forth into the tentacles, which brings us to the next component of the octopus arms. Now, see that black dot in the center of the cross-section? That's a thick bundle of neurons. Because you might have heard octopuses have 9 brains. Well, what they actually mean by that is that 3/5 of an octopus's neurons are distributed into its 8 arms. Hence, with the brain, 9 brains total. Now, what that means is the following. Our neurons, most of them are, the vast majority are in our central nervous system. So for us, if our brain tells me, okay, pick up the Evian bottle, it's like a classical orchestra. So my arm will pick up the bottle. Simple as that, right? With an octopus, it's a little different. The brain says, yeah, I think I want to pick up that bottle. It's more like jazz. And the arm will go skip, skip, scabadoo. It picks up the bottle if it feels like it. But wait, there's more with this independence. Studies have shown that octopus arms can actually talk to each other. They send signals from one arm to the other without going through the brain. So it's like sending a signal from this arm to this arm, completely independent. The brain has no idea what's going on. That's amazing. And even one step further, there's more, is that the octopus arm itself can do that processing. So, here's the example they did in a study in Israel from a few years ago. And this is a severed and amputated octopus arm. And what they're putting onto it here on the video is another piece of octopus arm. So the octopus arm is not reacting, it's just another arm. Now, this is a piece of food. They put it on, whoa, and the suckers are sticking to it. So this is an amputated arm, and it's recognizing what is food and what is just a high five. The amputated arm is doing that. Amazing. And each of the octopus arms can do this. However, not all the arms are the same. There is one special arm, which brings us to step number 3 of our investigation, specialty. So, before we go into that, have you ever wondered what octopus sex is like? Okay, let's slow down. What is octopus dating like? Okay? Let's see. And for that, I just need a quick volunteer in the first row. Maybe you there. You can stay seated, it's totally cool. You'll just be yourself, and I'll be a female octopus, all right? Okay. Hey, how's it going? Hi. What's your name? AJ. AJ. Nice to meet you, AJ. How old are you, AJ? 29 months, so cute. Yeah. Really looking to settle down now. AJ, do you want kids, maybe? How many kids would you want? Maybe 2,000, 10,000? Yeah, well, this is great. Hope to see you again. Thanks for volunteering, AJ. AJ, honey, I'm pregnant! And that in real time is pretty much what an octopus dating life looks like. So, one of its arms is a specialized organ called the hectocotylus, and it goes into the female mantle and fertilizes the egg. Yeah, that's how it works. So, next time you see an octopus, you'll forever be unsure. Is that one waving at me? Or is it an octopus dick pic? So romantic. So, to wrap things up, even though octopuses don't have ears and maybe don't have auditory organs, let's wrap it up with a love song. I think it's great that you've got 8 wobbly arms. I can never see you with your crazy camouflage. We can't be best friends. You are surreal. Better than the fish, the shark, and even the moray eel. Because I love you. Octopus. Everybody! I reference.